Hi everybody. I have some news for you today, and that news is that Together Rising is ending. Yeah. This is a very well thought out, long coming decision that has been made unanimously by me and Abby and Allison and Liz and the whole board, Katie and Austin and Ashley. And it's a decision that has been made without controversy, without strife, with nothing but huge love and gratitude and just this collective and individual and knowing that it's time. And I'm so proud of us as a group, because I think it's as hard or harder to know and accept when something beautiful should end as it is to know when something beautiful should begin. And this ending is making me think a lot about the beginnings of Together Rising, and it started so many years ago when I had I was dripping with babies and I was freshly sober and feeling so isolated. So I started writing this blog called Momastery, and I'd just every day be pouring out the joy and pain and absurdity of my life. And this community gathered each day like this campfire. And you know how when people start to share their real insides, you just start to feel connected, so grateful and connected. And so I started to feel desperate to return the care and love that I was feeling in that community. So at the campfire, the writing each day, people would write and they would share their needs and their hurts and their pains. It became clear that some of these needs and hurts and pains were like we could respond to them. We could, as a community, help each other. And so we started these things called love flash mobs. And we would hear of a need from the community. Somebody needed to pay doctor's bills. Somebody needed food on the table. Somebody needed tuition for their kid. Whatever it was, we would all just show up one day at the blog, and I would write out the story, and then we would say go, and people would just start giving this community. And we never let anyone give more than $25 because we just wanted it to be as, I don't know, just the people who couldn't give more than that would feel equally integral to anyone who, nobody could swoop in and save the day. It had to be collective, and called it a love flash mob because I was obsessed with flash mobs back then. This idea that people could just be walking around in a space seemingly disconnected, and then music would start and they would suddenly all be unified. Felt to me like a metaphor for the community at the time. Like we didn't know each other, we're just going about our lives, and then suddenly we all knew the choreography and we were so connected. That became, well, my sister came and things got a little more sophisticated and organized. You should know that over time, those little teeny flash mobs turned into 11,713 individual grants to people inside and outside of our community. We've kept the lights on, we've paid utility bills, we've kept food on the table, covered medical bills for each other. And over time, becoming first responders to individuals' needs. That was one of our intentions, but we added another intention, which was not to just respond to individual needs, but to become a bridge between you all, the community, and these boots on the ground organizations in communities who are so trusted, but who weren't getting the funds they needed to continue their world-changing, life-saving work. And so we stepped in as a bridge. We would tell you about these places, you would give, we would get the funds to the groups that needed them, okay? We have together raised $55,118,582.16, almost $56 million for individuals in need and for organizations serving individuals in need all over the world. We have funded vital work of hundreds of organizations, food for refugees across the world, urgent relief in natural disasters, shelter for queer unhoused youth, reunification for families, Torn Apart at the Border, wraparound support for teen parents in addiction recovery. The list is 300 organizations and 12 years long. So, together, what we're going to do over the next week is we're going to introduce you to several of these organizations that we have learned to love and trust so much, reintroduce you to them, and we're going to ask you to walk across the bridge of us one more time and connect directly with those organizations. By the end of this week, you're not going to have less ways to love and serve, you're going to have more. I wish that you all knew the blood and the sweat and the tears that my sister Amanda and Liz Book and Allison Schott have poured into this organization day in and day out. When you have an organization whose goals are, number one, to help any individual in need, number two, to respond to every single crisis on the planet, and three, to tell stories and receive need in a loving way, you just don't sleep much. They have given all of themselves. As my football coach dad would say, they left it all on the field. And my real hope is that they will, during this week, through your responses, feel the change that they've made on this planet. Because they deserve that. I am so grateful to them. I am so grateful to our board, Katie Nishimoto, Ashley Ford, Austin Channing Brown, Abby Wambach, Allison Schott, Liz Book, Amanda Doyle, and our incredible staff, Natalie, Sam, and Jenny, led so beautifully by Gloria, our volunteers, and to every single one of the hundreds of thousands of you who have joined us over the past decade. Thank you. As for me, I don't feel sad for once. I don't. I feel amazed. I feel in awe. I feel at peace. I think because I know that love and service aren't really something we do and stop doing. They're just something we are. And it just changes form. So I'm curious and excited to discover what form it takes in my life next. I'm not going anywhere. I am still here and beside you and always in love and fury and relentless hope. I love you.